My name is Simone Singh, and I am the president of the Junior League of Northwest Arkansas. So the Junior League of Northwest Arkansas initially started as a service league for the community in 1992, and then we officially became the Junior League of Northwest Arkansas in 1999. And the Junior League's mission is to create community impact through meaningful collaboration, volunteer action, and training. And part of that too is training women how to be volunteers and effective leaders in the community. Some of the community partners that the Junior League partners with is EOA, Children's House, the Children's Safety Center, Peace at Home, and the Northwest Arkansas Women's Shelter. I've probably volunteered the most with the Children's Safety Center, and part of what they do is they create safe spaces for children who have been in like domestic situations, and it's really close to my heart, and one of the reasons that I wanted to be a part of the Junior League of Northwest Arkansas.
My name is Eva Terry. I'm the development director at Peace at Home Family Shelter in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Peace at Home was actually the very first domestic violence shelter in the state of Arkansas. We were founded in 1977, have been in our community for the past 45 plus years, serving survivors of domestic violence and their children. Part of the reason why Peace at Home exists is, one, because domestic violence is so impoverishing, and there are safety concerns associated with trying to flee domestic violence, and it can be very difficult to do that on your own. It's something that a lot of people need help with. They need support because maybe they haven't been allowed to work for many years, or they've been isolated away from friends or family, and they can feel alone, and it can feel like you're choosing between staying in a dangerous situation or homelessness. And we don't feel like that's an appropriate choice. And the other reason why Peace at Home exists is because so many people are in that situation. We get, on average, about 4 calls a day from people requesting services and support in our Northwest Arkansas community. We've been fortunate to work with the Junior League of Northwest Arkansas for over 20 years. In that time, the Junior League has made financial gifts to Peace at Home totaling to almost $75,000 to support different projects and initiatives, including most recently, we are in the process of building a pet sanctuary on site so that families who are fleeing violence are able to come into shelter and bring their dogs and cats with them, because that's not something that's possible right now, and unfortunately animals in domestic violence situations are not safe. We know animal abuse and domestic violence occur together frequently, and many people just won't come into shelter if they can't bring their dog or their cat with them. So we are very close to finishing that project and expect to have the first pets in our shelter through this sanctuary by early 2024. And Junior League's gift to this project has been a big part of making that possible.
So I was actually surfing the internet trying to find something to plug myself into, and I saw that Junior League was a big supporter of domestic violence, and I went through a lot of that growing up. My mom was married 7 times when I was growing up, and every single husband that she married, except for the very last one, was abusive to us. Her 5th husband was very sexually abusive to me specifically. Every single night, he would rape or molest me with a loaded gun to my head, and told me that if I ever told anybody, that he would kill anybody that I told, and then he would kill me. One night, the abuse was just so bad that he had used like a screwdriver and really damaged me on my organs. So at the next day at school, I was bleeding like through my clothes, and my friend was in the stall in the bathroom next to me, and she said, "Kendra, is everything okay?" And I said, "No, I need some new clothes. I've blood all over my clothes." She went home and told her mom, who was best friends with the prosecuting attorney, and the next day at school, the sheriff's office was there and the police, and so I was called down to the office and was able to tell them what had happened, and we went immediately to the women's shelter. I was told because of the abuse I could never have children. My husband and I were going to adopt. We were going to fill our house with kids, and we were going to get foster kids because I was a foster kid and they always wanted the younger ones. And when we got out of foster care, I was 11. We went in for my girly checkup and stuff because I was saving myself for marriage and I hadn't done any of that. We went in and they said I had cervical cancer. And so God gave me all these other things and I survived them. And so we were like, well, what's cervical cancer? Like, I can survive that. And then we got married in August and we went back in October to start to have surgery for the cervical cancer. They have to do a pregnancy test to see, are you pregnant, so that we can, work on your cervix and stuff. And they called us and she said, I have good news and I have great news. And she's crying. And so I'm like, okay, well, what's the good news? And she said, the good news is you don't need to have surgery tomorrow. Your cancer is gone. You're healed. And so I start bawling and crying and I'm like, what? Wait. If this is the good news, what's the great news? Because you're treating me for cancer, and she had been treating me since I was abused, and so she's rode the road with me this whole time. And she said, I ran the test myself 6 times. You're gonna have a baby.
Sometimes people, whenever they think about Peace at Home or they think about domestic violence agencies, they think, oh, like I can never do that. I can never work there. That must be so sad. And there is a lot of sadness and grief that our clients are working through, fleeing abuse and, kind of breaking away from a part of their life. But I think for me, what I like most about my job is really just getting to see the courage and determination that our clients have, and how they're the ones who are making it happen. Peace at Home and the Junior League and our community are making it easier for them but they are the ones who are getting out of dangerous situations, potentially putting their lives at risk to build a better future for themselves, to build the future they want for their children. And it's awe-inspiring to see that every single day, knowing how difficult it is to leave domestic violence, but know that there's that many people every single day who are willing to try it to have a better life.
I feel like my message to all the people of Northwest Arkansas is, if they can donate to this organization, they're going to make a lasting impact on all of the survivors of domestic violence in Northwest Arkansas, because they have all of these community partners that we're able to help and give things to. And without their support, we can't do that. And so like the Peace at Home shelter and the Children's Safety Center and the Women's Shelter, all of these community partners that we partner with, they need that financial support to be able to help survivors that are in those domestic situations that they need to escape from. And without that support, they can't escape. And so then they're having to endure that nightmare every single day.
We want to thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you for any donation, big or small. If you would like to learn more about the Junior League of Northwest Arkansas, you can go to our website or ask any member tonight. And we just want to also say we appreciate your support.